I'm going to go through the 4 ways you have to pay your HST and corporate income tax balance to the CRA. My name is Sal, a CPA here in Toronto, and I am helping you guys stay compliant. Let's get into the video. So we head to our good friend Google, we search CRA make a payment. Click on the first link. And now here are the 4 options. So scroll down. There's multiple options to pay, but let's talk about the top 4. So clicking on direct withdrawal from your Canadian bank account, you want to make sure that the payment you want to make is in the list that's allowed. So you click on here. Now you're going to go down to business. So corporate income tax payment is allowed, even the interim payments. So for example, if you're paying up front before the end of the year, and also your GST, HST remittances can be paid via this method. So then you're going to scroll down and learn how to pay. So you're going to click here. And then you want to find out if your bank accepts payments to CRA. So you're going to click here and find your bank within here. So the banks we're going to show on the screen are going to be TD and CIBC as an example. So let's just click here for a second. And that takes you to TD's page, which talks about payments. Since I'm already signed into my TD, I'm just going to go into my TD bank account. I'm going to go into pay bills. And then over here, I get an option for tax payment and filing. So I'm going to click on here. Now, mind you, I'm doing this from my business bank account. So I have registered my bank account here. But if you're not registered, it's going to give you an option to register. So I'm just going to click on, so this business, I'm going to just click on pay taxes. I'll continue to make a payment. So now it gives me 2 options. It gives me an option to pay my HST balance, or it gives me the option to pay my payroll taxes as well. So I'm going to click on the HST option. And now in the case of HST, it's actually going to ask me to do an HST return. So if I know my numbers, or my accountant's provided to me, I'm just going to go and, for example, select January the 1st, 2025 to, let's say for now, we'll just put September 30th, for example, right? And then it's going to say your payment date is going to be today, or which is the date you're making the payment. And then you're going to file your HST return, which is you're going to put your sales. Then you're going to put how much GST or HST you've collected. And then you're going to put the ITCs, the input tax credits. So basically this is the tax that you've paid on purchases. So this is tax that you've paid on, let's say, Walmart or whatever you've done purchases in, fuel, for example. You're going to put all those amounts. So let's say in this case, I'm going to put $100,000 is my sales. $13,000 is what I've collected. I'm in Ontario. And then my ITCs, input tax credits, is, let's say, $5,000, right? This is going to say that 13 minus 5, 8 is the payment amount that I have to make. I'm not going to select any of these. I'm just going to click next. And then it's going to ask me to submit the payment. Since I don't want to do that, I'm going to stop here. But you go to the next step and it's going to take payment from you at that point. The good thing with this option is that the payment literally just goes the next business day. So it's very instantaneous. So if you're running late and it's March 30th, your deadline is March 31st, you can literally go in and make this payment a day before. So I also want to show you how to make the corporate income tax payment and the payroll payment. So for payroll, we're going to go into pay. It's going to ask you the date you made the payment to the employee. So let's say 2025, you made the payment in the month of October. So it's going to say the due date is November 15th. So you're going to say my gross payroll for the month was $10,000. I had 2 employees I paid this to. So today I'm going to pay $2,000 as my tax for this payroll. I'm going to click next, and then I'm going to submit. Now, obviously, it's telling me that the payment date is greater than due date. It's just telling me I'm late, right? So there might be a penalty on this, right? So you make sure that you're always, if you're a monthly remitter, you're always paying by the 15th, before the 15th of the next month. So I'm not going to submit. I'm going to go back. Now I'm going to show you how to pay the corporate income tax. I'm going to add payment type because for me it wasn't there. I'm going to select federal tax, and then it's going to give me all the options. And then I scroll down and I find the 2 options, which is corporate income tax balance due and corporate tax payments. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to select. So I'm going to go back to the CRA website and I'm going to see which option I have to select. So I'm going to click pay corporation tax. I'm going to see whether it's I can actually select any of these. that's what it's telling me. So I'm just going to select any of them because that should be fine. So I go back to the portal and I'm just going to select one of them. Now, usually in this case, what I would actually do is, if I'm making a payment before it's due, so before the tax return has been filed, then I would select this. But if I'm making a payment after the tax return has gone to CRA, a notice of assessment has been generated, then I'm going to do this one. So let's just go with this one and click next. And then I'm going to enter my business number along with the RC001, and it's going to click next. I've entered my tax number, and you see it's the one ending in RC001. It's literally your HST number, except that it's RC. So you click done, and now you can make a payment just like you did for the other ones. You can put the year ended. So let's say my year ended was October 31st. I'm going to click that. I'm going to put the amount, and the payment's going to be next business day. And that's literally it. And I'm just going to hit submit. All right, now I'm going to show you how it's done in CIBC. So you go into CIBC Business Banking. You're going to click on Pay and File Taxes. And then you're going to click Next. So it's telling me that I can go through this option, or I can also go into Pay Bills. So I went down, I hit Next, I agree to your terms. I should agree to your terms. Then you put your business number in. So you put the name of your business, the contact number, the person. So once you've registered, you're going to scroll down and you're going to select federal tax. And then you're going to select, in my case, it'll be HST that I'm paying. And I don't want to do a tax filing here. So I'm just going to say payment only. Otherwise, you can do, if you have your figures for your HST return, you can actually just do the HST return itself and also the payment. So I'm just going to do payment only. Click next. I'm going to put my account number, which is the one ending in RT001, and I can put a nickname for it. So now I've put my tax account number. I'm going to put a nickname and click next. And then I'm going to click done. And then I can make a payment exactly the same as the TT portal. So in here, I'm just going to put the period ending, which in my case would be 3 months ago, and then the interim payment, and that's it. So now I'm on the final page. I'm just going to hit submit here. And that's it. Your payment has been successfully scheduled. So you want to make a print of this confirmation so that if the payment doesn't go through, you at least have a confirmation that you attempted it, which we're just going to do from here. That's it. I hope you like this. Subscribe to the channel. You can get notified for more of these videos. See ya.